Okay, everybody, welcome back to the DGS 2605 channel. We're back with our MLB Power Pros 2008 season mode with your undefeated, it's the repeat season mode, excuse me, with your undefeated world champion Toronto Blue Jays. I don't know how I flubbed that because I just finished the last video. Last time out, Mike Lowell came up huge with a grand slam to tie the game in the bottom of the sixth. We never looked back, won the game 12-7 against Minnesota. Heading into this three-game road series against Tampa before we head back to play Kansas City. Then we played Tampa again pretty much immediately after that. Let's take a look at what Tampa has going on here. So it's going to be our swingman, left-hander Danks on the mound. Their lineup, Ichiro, Spilberros, Beltran, Garrett Anderson, LaRoche, Furcali, Ormura, Laird, Janae, Brian Kerr pitching. I remember we could handle the lineup pretty well, but we've had some pitching scares recently, so it's just a matter of seeing if we can hold down the fort, but we know we're batting. They came up big, certain guys when we needed it. Let's head into the game here. Okay, Blue Jays, let's play ball. We're gonna play some ball, play it here, play it now. Let's take a quick look around. We're the first game. Excuse me, I gotta sneeze. Oh, no, I can't look at the light. It's doing nothing, so never mind. Gonna have to play this game with that sensation. It's like MJ's flu game, right? Alrighty. Rich Aurelia, 426 average, 6 homers, 28 RBIs. Ryan Kerr, a left-hander. It's another lefty-lefty matchup for the pitching. He's got a ERA in the double digits. Wait, what is it 10 or is it? Okay, almost 11. Of course, we're in the dome, no wind. The wind was a big factor in the previous game. 1-2 to Aurelia. And the mistake, and Aurelia is going to just foul that off down the first baseline. Count remains 1-2. That one dropped. He's going to pull that foul the other way. 2 now. And a heck of a slider. Aurelia puts it towards center. Furcal went way out there. 1 away. There's Durham, 500 average, 10 homers, 42 RBIs. Had the winning run in the game last time out off a 2 RBI single. Strike 1 from the left-hander. Fastball inside, missed. 1-1. Fastball high in the zone, 1-2. Dropped into the zone. That was a filthy pitch. Can't lie. Durham goes down looking. Here's Berkman, 480 average, 37 homers, 94 RBIs. Strike 1. A fastball near Berkman's head. Got to be careful on that. 1-1. Curve went into the zone. 1-2. Berkman puts that in play. That's going to barely be a base hit. Spilberros couldn't catch up to it. 1 bounce. Single for Berkman, and Alex Rios, 2 double plays in the last game. Can't be a double play here with 2 outs. His breaking pitch was getting way inside on our right-handed batting, which has been everyone so far. 2-1. Curve just caught that bottom right corner. 2-2 on the curve. The count, I should say. Rios puts that in play. Second baseman tags out Berkman. That's going to end the inning. Finish the top of the first 0 for 1. Comes to the bottom of the first. Let's see how John Danks can handle this lineup. He's got a doozy to start off with, that being Ichiro. His ERA of 1.83. Looks like our swingman has a better ERA than feels like all our starters, but knock on wood. Here's Ichiro, 311, 318. And the first pitch is a mistake, but Ichiro grounds that right to Lowell, throws it over to first. Maybe a lucky omen. 1 away. Spilberros, 223, 517. And this is an interesting lineup where Ichiro is like nearly batting better by 10%. Spilberros has 2 more homers and like comparable RBI. Struck him out on 3 pitches. There's Beltran, 336, 1026. Strike 1. Will that stay fair? Yes, it will. Fair ball. Berkman tags him out. 1-2-3 go the Rays in the bottom of the first for Danks. Top of the second coming up. 5-0-6-7. Is that even still a thing anymore? Part of our lineup. Braun. Look how happy Reinker is. So wait, 16 average, 57 homers, 110 RBIs. What surprised me, like, it's probably very likely, Braun has more RBIs than entire teams do this season so far. Change up high and inside the zone, 1-2. Read that slider well. That's going in between short and second base, and it will make it out there for a base hit. Braun with a leadoff single. Nobody on, one away. It was Lowell with the grand slam his last game. 20 homers, 52 RBIs. Average of about 470. Took strike one. They're keeping an eye on Braun. Fastball missed. 1-1. And that changeup ball, that's pulled in between third and short. Back-to-back singles for the Jays. That's going to bring up Luke Scott. In slightly better condition than last time out. 415 average, 15 homers, 39 RBIs. Slider outside, 1-0. Slider inside, 1-1. But that fastball, that's hit hard to left. Garrett Anderson will be able to field it. One away. Gave it a good whack, but not good enough. There's Loduca, 454, 422. With lefty Grandy up. Give Loduca power swing here, see what happens. Quick 0-2 count. Fastball almost in the dirt, 1-2. Changeup in the dirt. Goes from an 0-2 count to an even count of 2-2. Read that slider well. That is over the head of the first baseman. The bases are loaded now. 3 singles in the inning for the Jays. Here's Grandy. Checks pitch count into the mid-30s. Waiting for a mistake. Strike one on the slider. Excuse me, curve. Ooh, slider just went out of the zone. 1-1. And he pulls that slider. That is going. Will it have enough? Grand slam. Grandy man. Excellent. So this is a 4-0 ball game. The quality start for Reinker went up like that, and you see why his ERA is now going to be in the double digits. It was 9.9 a second ago. But Granderson, the first trip through the lineup, ends with a grand slam. 4-0 Jays. Second trip through the lineup. Here's Rich Aurelia. Strike one on a changeup. Curve just missed. They're tempting me with that. Both the same miles per hour, 1-1. Fastball, that should have been ball 2, but instead it's strike 2. Count is 1-2 to Aurelia. And a mistake, Aurelia pulls that over to Genet. To first, 2 away. And they're going to take him out already. Here comes in great Soriano. His ERA, oh, it's a season debut. So, we're still not in batting practice, even though that grand slam really felt like we made it. Just let him get tired till the 2-strike count. Fastball miss, 1-1. Fastball across the heart of the plate, no point in swinging, 1-2. Fastball missed, 2-2. Puts that down the third line. Genet over to first. We'll get him. So that's going to end the inning, but looks like we were 4 for 4 in that inning, and that's excellent. Bottom of the second coming up. 4-5-6, part of the Tampa lineup. There's Garrett Anderson. All right, rest in peace. Completely forgot. Nice strike one. Puts that in play. Durham, he was stellar on defense in the previous game. Gets the first out here. Throws to Berkman. 1 away. There's LaRoche. 308 average. 8 homers. 26 RBIs. Pulls that. Berkman will step on the bag. 2 away. It's for Cal. So a 336 average. Ball 1 miss. 2 homers. 22 RBIs. He gets on base. That seems when he does. Nobody's in front of him, but he doesn't hit for power either. Foul that back. There's the 1-2 now. Fouls another one off. Just inside on that. 2-2. Puts it in play. Berkman will step on the bag yet again. 3 up and 3 down. Go the Rays. Top of the third coming up. It's the heart of the Jays lineup, and I'm sure that's not what Tampa wants to see. Lance Berkman leading off. 1-for-1 with a single. Of course, we're just going to let Great Soriano here just tire himself out. Curve, strike one. Fastball miss, 1-1. Fastball missed again, 2-1. Three fastballs missed in a row, 3-1. Just in case, why not? Change up in the zone. Payoff pitch to Lance Berkman. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the third, Jays up by 4. Missed sweet spot there. That's grounded to for Cal. Berkman doesn't have the speed to make it competitive. 1 away. It's Rios. Strike one on the fastball. Quick 0-2 count. Pitched Rios much differently than he did Berkman. Got him swinging on 3 pitches. Here's Braun, 1-for-1 in the game. Yeah, I believe, he had the leadoff single, scored on Grandy's grand slam. Strike 2. This is some aggressive pitching against righties here. Fastball missed, 1-2. Braun lines that right at the first baseman, but that was some good pitching from Great Soriano. I'll tip my cap to that. Heading to the bottom of the third, it's the 7-8-9 part of the Rays lineup. So this inning will conclude the first trip through it. Again, high averages we're seeing from these guys, but they just don't seem to get their averages. Like, they don't synchronize them. That's grounded to third. Lowell throws to first, 1 away. Here's Gerald Laird, 260 average. 1 homer, 22 RBIs. Apparently this guy is Mr. Ray King. Not to be confused with the pitcher we faced against the Twins in the last game. That's a weird hit ball up the middle. Aurelia over to first. He got close, but that's 2 away. Here's Junet, 290 average, a single homer, a dozen RBIs. Strike 1. He pulls that one, and they're going to end their first trip through the lineup with a base hit, a single for Junet. So 1 trip through the lineup, only 1 base runner. Can't complain about that. Ichiro Suzuki. Strike 1 on the fastball. Still down the third baseline. Lowell with the throw. Excellent defensive play, and Berkman gets it. So a single goes nowhere. We're 4 for 5. They're 0 for 1. Really, the difference between us is 4 runs and 4 hits. Top of the fourth coming up. Mike Lowell leading off. 1 for 1 with the single. Soriano, perfect DRA. Single strikeout. And a mistake. Lowell swings at that. That's going to center field. That's a leadoff single. Here's Scott, 0 for 1 with the flyout. Runner on first. And he has pitched very well. Like, I got to give it to him. That was his, first real mistake so far, and all that came out of it was a single. This one gets away from Veritek. Oh, no, it's Laird. Excuse me. I'm confusing him with... Played Veritek the last time out. 2-0 count. Runner moves to scoring position. 2-1. Scott puts that in play. That's going to be a single to left. Runners on the corners. 2 away. It's like it's the first test of the season for Great Soriano. Here's Loduca. It's that first pitch fastball. A dive by the first baseman. He goes to second, gets the out, but nothing at first. So a ground out. Loduca will get an RBI. It's now batting practice. Perfect time for Grandy. Strike 1 on the fastball. 0-1. Just caught the zone with that. 0-2. Missed the zone with that. Another wild pitch that puts Loduca into scoring position. I think if that first wild pitch doesn't happen, that run doesn't come across, high fastball missed, 2-2. He was dealing, and it's getting away from him here. Grandy puts that in play. Where are they going? They're going to third. Send him back. And Genet, he didn't have the arm for it. Fielder's choice. Grandy's on base. Aurelia up now. He's almost at 30 pitches, but it's Aurelia. When we have 2 switch hitters coming after him, I think we just stay patient here. Or maybe we don't. Aurelia pulls that. That's going to be an easy single. The bases are juiced. for Ray Durham and or Lance Berkman. That infield really moved up there. Ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. Hands up in case of a mistake. Hands are up. Strike 1. Durham goes to left with that. Caught by Garrett Anderson. We're tagging up. And an errant throw at third prevents a double play. Sac fly for Durham. 6-0. And almost another wild pitch, but Laird fielded that one. And the weirdest hit ball you'll ever see from Lance Berkman. He goes to first. Berkman beats it out. RBI infield hit. Got to take a second here. Man, this really unraveled for him. Here's Rios, 0 for 2. Swings out the first pitch he sees. That is going to center. Will Ichiro run it down? Yes, he will. So the damage is mitigated, but a 3-run rally for the Jays puts us up 7-0. They're 7 for 9. They're 0 for 1. Bottom of the 4th. It's the 2-3-4 part of the Tampa lineup. Only 1 strikeout so far for Danks. Strike 1 to Spilboroughs, and he is the strikeout. Puts that in play. Just past Aurelia's glove. There's a leadoff single for Spilboroughs. Second base hit of the day for Tampa. It's Beltran. Strike 1. Didn't bite on that fastball. 1-1. Beautiful changeup. That was a bit of a generous call there. Got him swinging, and a weak swing at that slider. Second strikeout. Runner on first, 1 away for Garrett Anderson. Strike 1. That slider, that's going to foul territory. Lowell makes the catch. 2 away. It's LaRoche. Strike 1 on the fastball. Just missed it there. Here's the 0-2. Just missed that one inside. 1-2 now. 2-2. Puts that in center. Maybe Danks could have had a chance to field that, but instead it's going to be 2-out single for LaRoche. It's the third hit. Here's Furcal with high average. A mistake right to Berkman. We caught a bit of a break there, but that'll end the inning. Rays are 0 for 3. We're 7 for 9. Top of the 5th. Ryan Braun leading off. They keep Great Soriano in. He's almost at 40 pitches. I mean, it's batting practice, but might as well just let the guy get tired, right? Change up miss. 1-0. Fastball, 1-1. Fastball missed, 2-1. Fastball in the zone there, 2-2, even count. And fastball missed. Payoff pitch to Ryan Braun. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the 5th. Jays up by 7. Braun puts that in play. That's going to be another leadoff single. Just missed the glove of the shortstop. Runner on first, nobody away. Here's Lowell, he's tired. Swings out the first pitch he sees. This looks like a double play. We've seen these before. Lowell will not get there in time. So a bit of a break there for them. Here's Luke Scott. Just take it easy. Lefty-righty pitcher matchup. That's what we want. Strike 1 on the changeup. Fastball inside. 1-1. Corner pitch right there. Changeup. That was very well. 1-2. Fastball missed. 2-2. And another payoff pitch. Second inning to Luke Scott. Nobody on. 2 outs. Jays up by 7. Puts it in play for Cal. Over to first. And Soriano gets out of the inning unscathed that time. They're 7 for 10. They're 0 for 3. It's the last 3 batters in their lineup. Only 1 hit combined for all these guys so far. Strike 1 on the fastball. Strike 2. That one gets away from Danks. 1-2 now. Iwamura puts that in play. That's going to be a leadoff single. Here's Gerald Laird. Let's see if we can induce something here. Strike 1. Puts that in play. Let's go into center field. Back-to-back base hits. All right, this is kind of getting away from us here. Janae. It's through Danks. Tag out, throw out, double play. That's huge. They have a runner at third, though. Here's Ichiro. Strike 1. 2. He puts that in play over the head of Lowell, and Ichiro will have an RBI single. There goes the shutout. And with this guy's speed, got him. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. Essentially a sack flying away. That'll end the inning. So they break the shutout through 5 innings. Danks, they're 1 for 6. He kept them there. We're 7 for 10. Soriano coming out. It's Trevor time when they're down by 6 in the 6th inning, ladies and gentlemen. ERA almost of 10. Strike 1 on the fastball. Duca leading off. There's that change up in the dirt. 1-1. Circle change in the dirt. I don't know if that was in the dirt. That was at least low. That one was in the dirt. 3-1. 3-2. Payoff pitch to Luduca. Read that changeup well. That's going for a leadoff single. On first, nobody away. It's Grandy. Still with that grand slam in the game. Absolutely difference maker. Pulls that first pitch. At it second. Over to first. Another double play. We're back at it again. Aurelia. He swings out the first pitch right at Iwamura, and that's going to end the inning. Got another hit. We're 7 for 11. They're 1 for 6. 2-3-4 part of the lineup. This is their 3rd trip through it. So getting outs here is very key because that 4th time, it's going to be very dangerous. Puts that in play, but Rios runs down that laser there. 1 away. It's Beltran. 0 for 2. Fastball missed. 1-0. Missed the fastball. 1-1. And he is swinging for the fences here. 1-2 now. And he connected on that. That will stay in the park. Bounce off the wall. Grandy's there. It's going to be a 1-out double for Beltran. Garrett Anderson, lefty-lefty matchup here. The fastball go by. Nothing in 1. Another fastball go by. Puts the 0-2 pitch in play. Beltran stays at 3rd. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Here's LaRoche. Strike 1. Fastball missed. 1-1. Swing at that. 1-2. Got him looking. Phased him on that fastball. 2 away now. Here's Furcal. That high average, but the RBIs. With the short, Aurelia. Not when we needed it, but Berkman saved him. So no harm, no foul. Rays are 1 for 8. We're 7 for 11. Top of the 7th, and it's the 2-3-4 part of our lineup now. Durham, 0 for 2. Does have an RBI with the sac fly. Strike 1 on the circle change. Yeah, it seems Hoffman's a 2-pitch guy. Might as well just wait. 2-1. 2-2. Read that well, but it's going right to Furcal. Over to first, 1 away. There's Berkman, 2 for 3 with 2 singles. 5 RBIs away from the century mark on the season. He smokes that first pitch to center. Ichiro is there. It doesn't have enough on it. 2 away. There's Rios, 0 for 3. Strike 1. 1-1. 2-1. 2-2. Fouls that off. 2-2 now. Payoff pitch. Another one. This one's to Rios. Puts it up the middle. He's going to have himself a base hit. Extends the inning just by a bit here. 2-out single. Oh, that's going down as an error on Hoffman, actually. This is not the guy you want to face with any runners on base. Ryan Braun. 2-0. And he kind of missed that, but did he have enough power to make up for it? It's going to the wall. Yes, it will. That error will cost the Rays a run. Ryan Braun with the 2-run shot. RBI number 112 as he comes across the plate. 58th home run on the season. It's 9-1 Jays. And Braun didn't even get the greatest contact on that, but When you have that much ridiculous power, who cares? There's Lowell, 2 for 3. 2 singles and a double play. Strike one on the circle change. Oh boy, that changeup, man. Nice miles per hour on that one. Nothing in 2. Inside, 1 and 2. Pulls that, third baseman. Genet over to first. That's going to end the inning. We're at the 7th inning stretch. And here's my other drink I was talking about in the previous video. Some good luck lemonade. So this game, it's a lot more calm than the previous one was. Danks just really holds down the fort. Once again, an error came to cost the other team, but in a much less than the previous game, because it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game, excuse me, at the at the Tropicana Field, home of the Tampa Bay Rays. Ugh. Guess that lemonade's kind of sour. So Danks, ERA of 1.79, 3 strikeouts in the game. 0 Murrah now. Puts that in play. That's a leadoff single. That's their 9th hit. They've been getting hits, but they can't get the ball anywhere. Once again, the last 3 batters in the lineup. Jared Laird lines it over. Barrios is there. Murrah stays at first. There's Genet. That's ball 1-0. Didn't swing at that one. 1-1. You know what? He has to run. Might as well do that. They didn't call the infield fly. 2 away. Here's Ichiro. Oh, Danks is getting tired here. Come on, at least finish off this inning. Strike 1 on the fastball. Strike 2. We got him on the ropes where we want him. Didn't bite on that slider. Didn't bite on that fastball. He bit on that one. That's going to go for a base hit. Runners on first and second. Spilboroughs. We might as well pitch to him. We'll take Danks out if Beltran comes up in any fashion. 2-0. 3-0. Strike 1. His control is completely gone, man. And, yeah, oh, Scott just wants to watch the goddamn ball again. Okay, already. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. Okay. 9-3 the game is now. We're going to take him out of there. He's still pitching really well. Just kind of fell down the stretch. Let's take a look at the score now. So it's the 7th inning. 1 more out. Switch hitter, doesn't matter. Lefty, lefty, switch hitter, lefty. All right. I'd say let's give Nina some time here. It's batting practice for us currently. A lot of lefties are coming up. Beltran doesn't really matter here. Ball 1. Strike 1 there. Pulls that. Over to first. That'll end the inning. Alrighty, so that 7th inning's a wash. They're 3 for 11. We're 9 for 12. Top of the 8th coming up. It's the last 3 batters in our lineup. Luke Scott. Strike 1 on the fastball. Circle change. Ooh, boy. My guy's got 2 pitches. I mean, hey, we're seeing they work, right? Grounded out to first. What do you fill the void with in commentary? So they take Hoffman out, even though he wasn't tired. Here comes in Geary. There's Paulo Duca. Ball 1, 1-0. Fouls that off. 2-1. Just stayed fair. I don't know why the first baseman didn't try and field that, but it's a single for Duca. Here's Grandy against a right-handed pitcher. Strike 1. Still the difference makers. Grand slam is he is the winning run. 1-1 on the changeup now. Curve miss. 2-1. Still keeping an eye on first. Fastball across the plate, 2-2. Weird bouncer, second baseman Iwamura at its second, over to first. They got, what a double play, man, wow. So we finished that inning, 9 for 13. They're still 3 for 11, 4, 5, 6, part of their lineup. And here is where Nina, you just got to pitch. They're lefties. Ball 1. Strike 1 there. It's going into play. So leadoff single. We can recover here, right? Here's LaRoche. Like that slider, nothing in 1. Nothing in 2. That is a pop-up. We'll just make the catch here. Durham again. Defensive play, 1 away. Here's for Cal, 0 for 3. But he's made contact all 3 times. Put the ball in play. Nothing in 2 there. Got him swinging on 3 pitches. He's 0 for 4 in the game. That's Iwamura. Strike 1. Puts that over to third. Over to first. That's going to end the inning. So they got another hit out of it. They have 1 less hit in us than 6 less runs. Top of the 9th, it's the top of our lineup. Rich Aurelia, 1 for 4. Because we're facing these guys for 2 more games. Quick 1-1 count. Let's let the pitching just tire themselves out. Not swinging until 2 strike counts here. 2-2. He read that well. That's going to be a leadoff single for Rich Aurelia. So Ray Durham 0 for 3. Ball 1. Ball 1 side, 2-0. 3-0, just in case. 3-1. It's going to be a payoff pitch to Ray Durham. Runner on first, nobody away. Team's up by 6, grounded to third. At it second, over to first. It's an errant throw. Durham will get there. But they do get an out of it, though. It's Berkman now. High inside fastball, strike 1. Fastball inside, strike 2. Berkman smokes that. That's going to center field. Will it leave? Yes, it will. His 38th home run on the season. 2 RBIs as he comes across the plate. That's going to make it 11-3 for the Jays. Bit of insurance. Didn't really, well, never say you don't need insurance. Alrighty. AR-15 now. It's 11. And I wasn't really expecting that, but I had it waiting on anyway. Even though it's Ichiro, all the way to the warning track, Rios will have himself a double. Here's Braun. Geary's tired. This is what we wanted. Strike 1 on the changeup. Nothing in 1. Braun goes the other way with that hit. Really weird. Will it clear? It barely did. I think that might be, I feel like I've said that 3 times this season. Might be his shortest home run, but that's home run number 59. And what more to say? Another 2 runs across the plate, 13-3. Looks like a good NFL record. There's Lowell now. They're taking out Geary for Rincon here. We're back to the basics. We need 1 out in the inning. We're not swinging until it's 2 strike count. Nothing in 1. 1 and 1. 2 sliders back to back. 2 and 1 on the fastball. 2 and 2. He pulls out the other way, caught by Genet. 2 outs. Here's Luke Scott, 1 for 4. It's the first pitch he sees. I know I just contradicted what I said, but a stabs 3 out away. A 4-run rally in the 9th to add insult to injury. Bottom of the 9th, 8-9-1 part of the lineup. Let's keep Nina in until he gets tired. Strike 1. That one got away from him. Not the zone, but Laird couldn't capitalize. Nothing in 2. Just missed the corner there. Missed it again. 2 and 2. Puts that in play. Lowell off his glove. It's going to be a leadoff single. Here's Shanae, 1 for 3. Oh my goodness. Oh boy, bad time to make a mistake, Nina. Foul that back. Oh, Duke had a chance at that. Didn't get it. Got him swinging. That wasn't an easy out. Ichiro 2 for 4. 2 singles, 2 ground outs. They make contact every time. Just going foul there. That fastball, well, that's going to center field. Base hit. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Spilbores. Strike 1. That's there. Nothing to 2. Got him swinging. We're down to 1 out. There's Beltran. Strike 1. What a moment for Nina here. If he can find a way to get Beltran out, 2-1. 3-1. You know what? Walk him. Base is loaded. But it is a lefty, Garrett Anderson. A mistake, pulled inside. Berkman steps on the bag, and that's the final out. Your final score, Toronto Blue Jays 13, Rays 3. And our pitching showed up, so Danks held it down, only 3 runs across. Then Nina came in and kept it closed. Got dicey there, but that feels like the one time I walked a guy to get to a different guy, and it actually worked out for us. Highlights begin at the top of the 7th, when it should begin with Curtis Granderson's grand slam. And he was the winning run, so player of the game, I'd say it's got to be Grandy. Top of the 9th, another 4 runs, because why not? Top of, yep, there we go. I mean, what more can you say? Very, compared to the previous game, like, no stress at all. They give it to Danks, the winning pitcher. I can't argue with that. Performed excellently for a swingman. Rays finished 3 for 14. We know they had 1 walk, so like 3 for 15. We were 13 for 17. Pretty much their runs and our hits not across the plate are damn near equal. And we scored, every time we scored, it was multiple runs in the 2nd, 4th, 7th, 9th. They only scored in 2 innings. 7th inning was a wash, excuse me. The 1 error from Hoffman did cost them the run, so what do you know? Ooh. Throat's getting tired. It's been a while since I did these. Well, Danks 6-0 on the season now. That's excellent. Ryan Currow with 1. Home runs. Berkman is 38th. Braun 56th. Braun 59th. Grandy 31th off the grand slam. My voice is like failing me right now, dude. Wow. Ooh. It's the lemonade, I guess. Oh my god. Maybe I'm tired. Stats speak for themselves. Pitching, I'm very, very happy with. 114 pitches between just those 2 guys. 13-3, yep. For the first game, we'll take a look around the league. Red Sox walk the game off. Athletics looks like a 3-run home run, maybe a grand slam to come from behind. Twins walked it off. Marlins are playing football over there. Oh boy. I don't know why my voice is failing me. I'm sorry about that, but it's going to do it for the video. Next time out, got 2 more games against the Rays. Doc Halliday, excuse me. It's going to be on the mound, so I'm looking forward to that. Got to give my voice some rest, so thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time against Tampa.